All right, so in this video, we'll look at a way you can set up a web remote for triggering your backing tracks for a live set. So someone asked me a few days ago if this was possible, and this is the way that I have come up with for doing this. It may not be the best way, but it's just one way that came to me anyways. So let's say that this is a project, and instead of these drum loops here, it's actually, full length backing tracks for multiple songs in a set. Each song is identified with a region, and you've given it a name. So I just had song 1 here, but obviously that would be whatever you've named your song. And then after each song, I've put in an action marker. An action marker is an action that runs when the cursor passes this marker. And so in this case, it's running the action 1016, which is transport stop. So I'll just show you an example of that. And when it reaches that action marker, it just turns off. You need the SWS extension installed. You add an exclamation point to the marker name, and then the command ID immediately after. Okay, so I'm just going to add in one more of these action markers here. This is our imaginary set list of 4 different songs, and then we've got the action markers to automatically stop. And let's say the drummer has a tablet, and he's going to choose which song comes next and cue up the band and all that kind of stuff. In reality, you would probably have tempo changes in here. You would have multiple tracks for the backing tracks. You would have probably a click track, and it's routed to different outputs and all those sorts of things. Just for this example, we're going to keep it simple. All right, so over to Firefox, to Reaper WRB, I'll make a new editor. So this is backing track control. I think a position marker would be good just to confirm that transport is playing and things like that. We'll add in the regions module. And then we want probably just one big action for transport play. So going to the search bar, transport, play, and we've got play stop. That should work. Make that green, make that a nice big action, and play. There we go. Or maybe this one. Yeah, that's a nicer one. It feels like I'm forgetting something, but I'm not quite sure. For now, I'm going to hit save, call this backing tracks, control, save it to the database, and yeah, saving it there. And let's just go right to the tablet. All right, so I'm opening up the backing track control, and I'm going to hit this refresh button here on the region bar, and just to make sure we've got those regions. And so as I tap the button on the left side of the region bar, it's going to move the play cursor to the region. And so I can hit play. And it stopped automatically. Drummer cues up song 2, region 2, and plays. Let's say he jumps to region 4 next. Let's say it's a false start. He can press the play button again and it'll go back. Everyone can get ready and play. And at the end of the song, it stops. With it set up like this, you shouldn't get any weird dropouts with the effects or anything like that. There should be probably enough time between songs for it, any reverb and things like that to decay out. I think the only other thing to say about this is that when you're doing something like this, you will need a laptop or a computer and a router for creating your wireless network that your tablet will connect to. You make sure that that network is secure. You might want to go into the web remote preferences here and add in a username and password just for one extra layer of security, just so that your backing tracks don't get totally messed up. Some other person's phone connects to it. Who knows? But it's just a little more secure that way. I think in a home studio, personal private studio, I don't think it's really necessary to do that. So that's it. That's making a simple backing track remote with Reaper WRB.